Hey everybody, Coach Kyle here with Brandon. Today we're going to talk everybody's favorite, the bench press. But we're going to talk self-handoff, right? Self-lift-off and how to effortlessly do that. I'm going to turn it over to Brandon. He's going to get in and show you what he's got.
So first and foremost, we can get a lot better position in terms of leg drive as well as arch if we do something to take advantage of this rack and achieve better positions. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and do an inverted row, get my feet as far back as feasibly possible, and then slowly set down with the best arch I can. Now from here, you'll notice I'm pretty far away from the bench though. If I were to unrack it from here, it would be very hard, very challenging, and put me at risk of injury. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to my toes so I get directly under it. Now this is where the effortless part comes in. I'm going to go ahead and time my drawing down the rib cage, my going back to my heels to use my body to actually unrack it, and then lastly, depressing my scapula. All three of those done at the same time will unrack this weight for me effortlessly. So one more time. And from here, no struggle, I'm in great position.
Good, so let's highlight a couple key points there. Go ahead and say, you don't have to set up super hard for me again, but go ahead and come up with your hips up. If we look at the placement, we talk elbow placement a lot. If we look at elbow placement underneath the barbell, it's already there. Cover those three key points again for me, Brandon.
So first I'm going to go up directly under it. Second, I'm going to go ahead and draw my ribcage down, brace, depress my scapula, and go back to my heels all at the same time.
Demo that again for me. And you can see he literally wedges the bar out. It makes it very efficient and effortless. Now let's show a couple faults where this is hard to do and what goes wrong. Come down this way, a mile underneath for me. He gave you a marker on roughly where to set up with his head. Now if we just talk something we speak of a lot, elbow position underneath barbell, you can see how no matter how he wedges this out, this is kind of an uphill battle. This is going to be really difficult. We're not stacked underneath the barbell. The only way for him to do that would be to come way up here and put his elbow in a really jeopardized position. So setting up too far this way becomes very difficult. If Brandon may not even be able to scrape it out off of here. Right? It's just not a good position to be in. You might find your way back there normally because you have a handoff from a lifting partner. Now let's show the next fault. And you might have to go a closer grip in for me here. The next fault is over pressing and relying on tricep power and pressing power to press out. And you can see a very excessive press up. And if Brandon does this without retaining the scapula or maintaining scapula position, that's just going to shoot the shoulders right off the bench and they're going to round out, making things even worse. Good, give yourself a quick break there. I'm going to hand off for Brandon here in a second as soon as he's ready. Now we have to highlight here, this is really important that this is a little bit more of an advanced technique. If you've been to one of our KMS seminars and you learned our easy 5-step process on the bench press and you're working to tie those things together, it's going to be challenging to do what Brandon did well and seam them together at the same time. If you're getting pretty good at your bench unrack and you're lifting alone, this advanced technique is going to help you out a ton. Now, if you do have a spotter with you and they're helping you lift off, he's going to set up the exact same way. It's obviously going to be timed well, but I'm just giving it the littlest guide up and out, and honestly, it made my life so much easier. I didn't really have to do anything either. Good, go ahead and rack that for me. And sit on up, sir. Not only did it make his job a lot easier, an effortless unrack, it made my job as the spotter, handoff person, quite a bit easier as well. Anything to add there, Brennan?
I think that's about it.